Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Bloodmoon, where only 2 quests in, I appear to have discovered the final boss of the entire game. A single smuggler armed with a silver staff of paralysis. He's down there. I think this is going to be attempt number 3 at the very least. To kill this guy. We're here because we've tracked down the weapon smugglers. We brought Gaia Artoria along with us, but she's so very dead. She was killed by the Orc Smugglers back down that way. Now it's just me and this guy, and all of the summoned creatures I'm going to put between him and me. Basically. Yoo-hoo!
You're mine.
Okay. Do 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 do. Enjoy the fireworks. Where is my? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Fathus is attack crocodile. Well, failed to cast the spell. What? There we go. Hunger as well, just for good measure. I think I might have some more scrolls here. Scroll of Summon Golden Sake. Don't I have one that summons a Dwemer thing? I thought maybe I did, but I'm not sure. Ring of Summoning Frost. I don't know where I got that from, but it's useful. Oh, you know what? There is one thing we could use. It's not on the list because it's not a cast when used type jobby, but... Oh, is he dead? He's dead. Never mind. We didn't have to use it, but I forgot that I have the Skeleton Army belt. That would have been a giggle. Instead, I used an army of Daedra, who are honestly more powerful than skeletons, and it took you guys a few attempts to kill him anyway. Well done, everyone. Well done. You can go off your tea breaks now. Gualtieras Spurious. One of the worst NPCs in the game to try and fight. He is just a monster. Right, I need the battering ram spell again. Even though I'm sure this has nothing in it. Oh, it's some gold. Some gold. Okay, I'll take that. Imagine if this guy had weapons and armor that were actually good. That's a scary thought. Hawkshaw ring and a Nordic mail pauldron. Don't need it. Don't need either of them, in fact. All the smugglers in the hideout have been defeated at great cost. Goodness me. Oh, the amount of rare scrolls I've had to go through in order to clear this place. It sickens me to my core. Oh, I'm still wearing a bound helm for some reason. Oh yeah, Gothrin's Cephalopod helm gives you a bound thingy, doesn't it? Oh, you forgot about that. That will not be required anymore. I need to see a smith. I need to talk to the guy. His name starts with a Z. I need to talk to the man in the armory because my armor and gear is probably in terrible nick after all that. It's like hammering away at me like I'm an anvil. Goodness gracious. Let's equip him stanchion so we can move a bit faster. Well, that was downright traumatic. I remember that cave being... Oh, crumbs, hello. I remember that cave being a bastard from the last time I played this years ago, but I had forgotten just quite how much of a bastard it is. My journal's been updated. I've returned to Fort Frostmoth to report to Captain Carius, but the fort has been attacked in my absence. With trebuchets and or explosives, it would seem. Good heavens. The fort, the creatures, it's horrible. And the captain, I haven't seen him. Find Lucius, he may know what to do.
If you want something, now's the time to talk.
Right after I go to the armory and get my stuff repaired. Terrible stuff happening here, but I've got business to attend to. What do you need? Repairs, my friend. I need lots of repairs. I don't care if it cost me a bundle, because it probably did. How much gold do you have? You've got some. Let me sell you this. Sell a max. Is there anything I can trade for in here that you've got? Not really. And apologies for the small snip in the editing there. I had to go out to the door. By which, of course, I mean go and retrieve a package from the doorstep because the postman was already halfway down the street by the time I got downstairs. So, which is fair enough, really. They must get so much more post delivered in a short amount of time these days now that contact-free delivery is a thing, eh? But anyway, back to the fantasy. Thank you, please come again. Indeed. Where's Sethandas Lucius is probably exactly where we left him, isn't he? I would assume. Not even going to bother asking anyone about it. Right. There he is. Thank the gods you've returned. I see that Artoria has not returned with you. This day is filled with horrible news. There was a terrible battle, and Captain Carius... Someone must find the captain. There was a terrible battle. We were caught completely by surprise, and in the aftermath we realized that Captain Carius was missing. I searched thoroughly, and there was no sign of his body, so I do not believe he is dead. And these wolf creatures, they were horrible and fierce. You must find him, Father Sylvan. There is a Nord village on the north end of this island. They may know something about what has occurred. Wolf creatures, you say? I don't know exactly what to call them. Of course, I've heard stories about werewolves, men who turn into beasts when the night falls, but I've never heard of them being seen on this island. And I have certainly never heard of so many of them working in concert. Right. Werewolves. Werewolves that can bring down the walls of a fortress as well to boot, which, considering what we've now just seen smugglers are capable of in Bloodmoon, it almost doesn't surprise me that a werewolf could punch a wall and it would just completely disintegrate. Judging by the stats of the enemies in this expansion. But anyway, I see you're still standing here like nothing happened. Reinhardt Red Spear. Yeah. Nothing to say about anything? What about Marisa? That's the other side quest we have to find the lost missionary. I saw the missionary near Thirsk, but I haven't been back to the Mead Hall in several weeks. I've been standing on this one spot for quite some time. I'd rather not explain why, it's a little embarrassing. Well, okay, say no more, sir. You're over encumbered, aren't you? Yes, I picked up too much loot. Right. So, Sethandas Lucius wants us to go to the Skull Village at the northern end of Saltzheim. To speak with them and see what they might know about this situation. But yes, indeed. The fort has been attacked. And, yeah, seriously. Werewolves with trebuchets. That's all I can say. Werewolves clearly with trebuchets and cannons. Because, whatever. Anyway. Ridiculous. Alright, that leaves us with, well, what are we going to do in the meantime, eh? Severia Gratius. Yeah, she wants us to discover the identity of a moon sugar poisoner. Julan in the cult shrine, that's who we need to talk to, right. Very well, very well. So, no luck in finding Marisa, Sethandas. I'm telling you, she's out there. Try the Skull Village or that Mead Hall. Maybe they've seen her. I will be heading that way soon. However, I am doing a moon sugar investigation. Yes, I too was stricken with moon sugar euphoria. It was just last week after a cult service. I sat down to some wine, and moments later I realized something was wrong. I'm a law-abiding man, Father Sylvan, and I have never experienced anything so free in all my life. The laughing, the dancing, it was horrible. And then as I drifted off, I saw him. A strange man, old and frail, certainly no Nord, wearing a white Colovian fur helm. But even stranger was his silly song. It's rather embarrassing, really. I mean, I was deeply affected by the moon sugar, and I'm not even sure I can trust my own recollections, but, well, I heard singing. It was a very strange tune, more like a nursery rhyme, something you'd sing to a child, maybe. I only caught a little of it. Something about a workshop in the snow and lanterns all aglow. I remember something about candy. Oh, yes, and there were lots of hee-hees and ha-ha-hos. It's all so absurd, I know. Okay. My journal has been updated. I questioned Julan at the Imperial Cult Shrine. A week ago, after drinking some wine, Julan began to feel the effects of moon sugar euphoria. He claims that while in his drugged state, he saw a frail old man, probably not an Ord, wearing a white Colovian fur helm. Julan can't fully trust his recollections, but he thinks he remembers the man singing a silly song, something about candy in a workshop in the snow, and so on and so forth. Right. Assuming you're not busy rebuilding the fort, I have information for you. Okay. Well, that's not very helpful. Do you know anything about a silly song? Of course you don't. You won't talk to me about anything else right now, will you? Nope. Damn and blast it all. What about you? You don't like me, do you?
Stuck here forever. I'll die.
Yep, nothing much else to go on, it seems. Alright. Well, this is all very exciting, isn't it? And it would seem we have nothing but else to do right now but to head north in the snow and the cold to discover the Skull Village and find out just what in the devil is happening here. Werewolves with trebuchets? What is this madness? So there's not much else to do for it, I suppose, than just start running in this direction. Oh my god, I'm still wearing this hat. Whoops. That's the dead kitty from earlier, okay. Easy to get lost in these woods, so I'm glad that that's there as a landmark. Dead cat. I saw something walking over there. Or at least I thought I did. Never mind. Are those more kitties? I'm sure that's a wolf, but that looks like a kitty. Actually, no, I think they're both wolves. They look really similar, and that's also a... Oops. Ran out of fatigue there when I unequipped the stanchion. That's a hag, and oh my goodness, right she is. Mega not happy with me being here. Haha! I love the whole thing with spells hitting each other in midair when you're having a wizard battle in this game. It's a random weird thing, but I enjoy it. Block an incoming spell with a spell of your own. That's a totally reasonable strategy as well. You could just make a really, really cheap spell that's on target, and you could use it to try and intercept incoming enemy spells. That's a completely and totally legit thing you could do in this game. If you're playing as a character who's not very skilled with magic, but you're in situations like that, where you've got a wizard coming at you and you're having a tough time, you could make it effectively what's a counter spell, couldn't you, really? Really cheap, like fire damage 1 point on target. Oh, it's a Spriggan as well. My goodness. Population of the woods are not happy with me today. Population of this island in general does not seem to be very happy with me, actually. You're not going to resist magic until you're stage 3, are you? Goodness. Right. 2 things here. One is restore health. The other is restore fatigue. Okay. Flippin' heck. Oh god, more. There's still more. I should rest and meditate on what I've learned. I really should, actually, yeah. The only thing is there's no tavern or anything we can go to rest at, actually. Now this looks significant, but I don't think there's anything we can do here right now. Hello, Mr. Bear. You are in my way, I'm afraid. Grizzly bear. Now that, look at that. Big ass standing stone up there on that hill. It's quite a view. Very picturesque. And a moose, and a baby moose. And a hawker. Finally found a hawker. Not one of the crocodile ones from the creatures mod in Vardenfell, but an actual, honest to goodness hawker. As you can see, they look quite different to the way they do in Something Wants Me Dead, and I have no idea where or what. I can see a rabbit over there. And another moose. Jesus! That's the stealthiest barbarian berserker I've ever seen. Like, credit where it's due, mate. That was very sneaky. Hello, Mr. Hawker. I don't think you're hostile. Roar to you two. Yeah, they look very different to the way they do in Skyrim. As you can see, they're more, they're less walrus and more weird seal thing in this. Great stuff. Love the Hawkers. A great example of how even in an area of the game that's less weird and strange than Morrowind itself, they still managed to try and make some of the creatures a bit odd. They could have just added a random walrus or just generic seals or something like that. But no, they were like, you know what? Okay, let's not do something as basic as that. Let's make up a creature that's a bit like a seal, but is very clearly strange and not a seal at all. That's some more over there, and some people over there as well, it looks like. Yeah, I don't think they're very friendly. Just a hunch. Oh, hello. That's a big old standing stone, and that is a barrow, and that is another hag. We get quite a view from up here. This is the Sunstone. Can't do anything with this right now, but it exists. It's another moose. And another moose. I wonder if they have any decent on anything decent on them if you kill them. There's an awful lot of them around, I'm starting to wonder. Ah, and that's a bristleback. That's a boar. And this is a barrow of some sort by the looks of things. And that's a little deer. Oh boy, okay, right. I'll deal with you, thank you very much. Tusked bristleback. And another hag, yep. Thanks for the soul gem, though. And the potion. And they have these winter wound daggers as well. Which are interesting. Disintegrate armor, frost damage. They're not bad, honestly. They're pretty good as daggers go, actually. They're not bad at all. Compare and contrast with Morrowind's Razor. You know. 12 to 22 thrust damage versus 15 to 20. You know, that's not much difference at all. The frost damage is nice. The disintegrate armor is nice. Morrowind's Razor. Where's the bloody thing gone? There it is. Disintegrate armor, 60 to 25 points. Weakness to poison and poison. So Morrowind's Razor probably is still a bit better. But the Winter Wound Dagger is not awful at all, by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I think I'm going to take it, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to swap out that for the Winter Wound Dagger. Wherever it is. There we go. I'd make a nice alternative in a pinch to this if this is out of charge, basically. Fast foot. Hello, Bambi. Ripened belladonna. And Skog's Drake Barrow. Oh, and that's a Draugr. Hello. Welcome to a barrow with Draugr in it. Are we playing Skyrim? You'd be forgiven for thinking so, perhaps. Because Draugr are a little bit different in Bloodmoon. Dare I say, a little bit creepier. They don't wield weapons and armor, but they move incredibly fast. And they have nothing to do with the dragon cult in this at all. It's more of the traditional Nordic legend of naughty people who did bad things and became back as undead creatures for their sins, essentially. Now this is almost certainly going to be empty, but I meant to select on Ducey's key there, but never mind. Oh, hello. You are a big Nord skeleton with big Nord armor. And you're a Draugr. Hello! Ah, you've lost me, have you? The pathfinding's having a hiccup. Hello! Now, being creatures, not NPCs, there's always a bit of a limit to how powerful they can actually be. And interesting, a silver katana. Don't see them very often. Greater Skeleton Champion. There's a general universal rule in Morrowind. NPCs are generally scarier than monsters. Ondusi's key is there. Empty. Yeah, that's what I thought. Some bastards have come here and looted the place already. Butterfly wing. Oh, good. And some more Stalrim. Of course, the thing is, the Stalrim's the real treasure. But we have no way of doing anything with it at the moment, unfortunately. Lock level 55. You just had to be awkward, didn't you? You just had to be awkward. It couldn't be 50, it had to be 55. Steel spark axe. Pfft. Rubbish. Well, as dank and smelly as this place might be, it might be a good place to rest for a while. Actually. It's 5 PM. Let's rest until tomorrow morning, basically. Get our little level up in. There we go. Level 34. Strength, 99. Speed, 127. And let's go for extra agility. Brilliant. The Isenfear Plains is where we are right now, and my goodness, there's a blizzard. And you're still here. It's a very quiet blizzard. That is strange. Well, anyway, we will head on through the quiet blizzard. If I listen very carefully, I can just about hear wind sound effects, but for some reason, they're very quiet. In fact, all the ambient noises seem to be very quiet as well. If I turn my headphones right up, I can hear wolves howling as well. I'm going to go ahead and blame mods. I think one of my mods has screwed something up, and the ambient sound effects in this expansion seem to have been made really quiet for some reason. Because we should be able to hear quite a bit of wind and wolf howling even on a normal day when we're wandering around Solstheim, actually, but for some reason it's incredibly quiet. I do not know why. But it is what it is. Actually, just give me one moment, and that's a lot of wolves over there I've just noticed in the background. Just let me check something here. Very professional, this. Very professional. Okay, I've made sure it's at 100% volume in the audio mixer in Windows. That doesn't seem to make much difference. I think if I were to... Oh no, master audio is up to maximum as well. Yeah, I think perhaps... Maybe it's a side effect of being in software mode audio as well instead. I don't know. I'm not putting it in hardware mode because that introduces some other weird glitches. But we'll just live with it. It's fine. Morrowind doesn't normally have a lot of ambient sound anyway, so it's nothing new in that department, really. It's just my recollection of this DLC is that it was a bit noisier. I think we've reached the sea. Another fast foot. And that is a big stone archway. Being guarded by someone. Hello? You're not naked, so I'm assuming you're not unfriendly.
You there? Can you help a warrior in trouble?
Possibly, Ingmar. Hail, Father Sylvan. I'm not sure what your business is out here in the wild, but I'm glad you're not one of my Skull brothers. They'd surely wonder why I'm not inside the Barrow killing the Valband the Droger. Really? Marisa never returns. I met the lass a few weeks ago while I was out here hunting bear for Brynjolfur. She was headed to Thusk to preach about her gods. If you ask me, the woman's more interested in getting us Nords to give up our mead than convert to her shrine. Must have something against drinking. She better be good and blessed if she plans on spreading that dung in the Mead Hall. I see. You don't have anything else to say, though. I feel like Valbanda Drogo ought to be highlighted, but it's not. Regardless, I'm going in. Mission accomplished. Should be having some of this treasure as well while I'm at it. Though you can keep all the storeroom because I can't do anything with it right now. A Nordic silver claymore. Very cool looking sword. And a Nordic mail pauldron. Valbanda Droger. It is dead! He has nothing to say now. I may have just broken a quest. I have to be honest. I may have just broken a quest. But that's fine. I can't recall ever having encountered him before, actually. I mean, I must have at some point when I played this in the past. I just don't remember because it was so long ago. Hello. What have we here? A hut. In the snow? With lanterns all aglow? No dead person. Menashe. Common robe, moon sugar, and the song of Uncle Sweetshare. We've gained alchemy skill from this. Insanity, apparently. The song of Uncle Sweetshare. Hee hee ha ha ho. To the workshop he will go. My uncle's candy is so sweet, it's such a yummy winter's treat. When the sugar is warmed by the pale hearth light, the happiness spreads throughout the night. Hee hee ha ho. To the workshop he will go. Uncle Sweetshare is coming near to spread his candy and his cheer. It's better than trinkets, games, or toys, so say all the little girls and boys. Hee hee ha ho. To the workshop he will go. Candy, candy, he makes so much. Uncle Sweetshare has a magic touch. So it's back to the workshop in the snow with lovely lanterns all aglow. Hee hee ha ho, hee hee ha ha ha, etc., etc., etc. I believe we found it. The culprit of the moon sugar poisonings. Uncle Sweetshare's workshop.
Candy, candy, he makes so much. Uncle Sweetshare has a magic touch. So it's back to the workshop in the snow with lovely lanterns all aglow. Hee hee, ha ho, hee hee hee, ha ha ho.
Hee hee ha ha, can it be a visitor in my workshop? How can I help you, sweet Father Sylvan? I have candy treats to spare if you come in search of happiness. Oh, you're here to ask me about the moon sugar investigation. I see. That's very gracious. Is so grumpy. Maybe I should visit her next, because that's what I do, Father Sylvan. I visit the sad and miserable and spread all the happiness I can. It is the way of Uncle Sweetshare, you see. Now that Julan, there's a sad, sad boy. His true love has disappeared, don't you know? Very, very sad. That's why I sang to him, Father Sylvan. He needed something extra, something special. Sugar and a song, it cures all. What? That's me, you see, Uncle Sweetshare. Just like in the children's rhyme. When I found that old song, the lyrics moved me like nothing else in my life. I knew at that moment who I truly was, and what I was meant to do. So I had this workshop built. I make treats here, you see. Delicious treats with special sugar. Moon sugar. Hee hee ha ha. Then I spread my cheer throughout the land, but it's all a secret. Shh. What would Fathis do? Probably kill the irritating man. He did also blatantly... Clearly he must have killed that poor Khajiit outside as well, so... Yeah, no, I think Fathis has had quite enough of this nonsense. Hee, mad? Mad, you call me? Oh no, Fathis Sylvan, it is you who are mad. For how can anyone who doesn't recognize true happiness ever be considered sane? Oh, why can't you people just be happy? Well, let's get to it then. Hee.
Your best.
Right, yeah. Your journal has been updated. Uncle Sweetshare is dead by my hand. What a sentence. I must return his white Colovian fur helm to Severia Gratius at Fort Frostmoth as proof of the deed and collect my reward. There it is. Indeed, he has Moonsugar, a Grandmaster's Mortar and Pestle, although I think I've already got one. I've already got one. Yes, I have. And the Song of Uncle Sweetshare. Surprisingly valuable, that. We'll have it. I could take this, actually, as well. Oh, no, it's only worth 600. Puh, rubbish. Glass flasks. That's an almost unique item, I think, glass flasks. I don't recall seeing them anywhere else in the game, those ones. Lots more moon sugar and whatnot. And some dried belladonna. Anything good in here? Oh, brilliant! A nice, warm, toasty robe. Excellent. Should be having that, thank you very much. It actually matches the helmet not that badly either. They kind of blend in quite well. There we go. I like the assassin robe, but I feel like this is more appropriate attire for wandering around Solstheim. Excellent. And a pillow. And a hammock. Do you know what? I think we're just going to... We're just gonna... There we go. We're just going to do that, and then we're going to dispose of you. I cannot remove this corpse. Are you kidding? I wanted to take this as a little home away from home in the snow, but I feel less happy about it if there's a dead Uncle Sweetshare in the room. Regardless of the dead Uncle Sweetshare, I'm going to rest for a couple of hours, wait for this weird silent blizzard to pass, honestly. It's going to be like waiting for an ash storm to go, isn't it? Wait a minute, you got to give it a minute sometimes, haven't you? Oh, for heaven's sake. Ignore the dead man. We're just going to rest for just shy of 24 hours. We're going to wait out the storm. Because, I mean, you wouldn't want to... Just give it a second. Maybe it'll go away. That's a big maybe. Finally, there we go. Right. The weird silent blizzard is bothering me. So, okay, we've rested for a day. In what was formerly Uncle Sweetshare's workshop. It's now Fathis' secret hideout version 3.0. That's a wolf and a bear that I don't want to tangle with. This is a big old hill with a big old view. And that is a Reekling. I was wondering when I'd meet one of you. Oh, 2 of you. Even better. Yeah, I was wondering when you'd be aggroed. Oh, God. Oh, it's an ambush. Oh, you sneaky little buggers. Have some Winter Wound Dagger, although it's, yeah, you just gotta resist the frost magic, aren't you? Good grief. Reekling Raider with a Reekling Lance. And a little Reekling Shield. And more Reeklings with a Reekling Blade. Yes, Reeklings. Annoying little bastards. Little blue goblins. Tell you what. Let's heal ourselves with you. Although not doing very much damage, I can't help but notice. Stun lock for the win. There we go. Reeklings, yes, they are in the original Bloodmoon. They made a comeback in Dragonborn, of course, but they are creatures originally from Bloodmoon. And they are a pest. How much health? How much health do you have? Dead kitty. The adventures of Kitty Cat and Bristleback are now officially over. Oh god, there's more of them. I think it's finally stopped snowing, more or less. Aha! And from here we get quite a grand view indeed. A little island up there, and that is the Skull Village in the far distance over there. And this, just poking out from behind this hill, I believe, is Thirsk. The Mead Hall. Oh god, back away, back away, back away. Oh god, there's another one. Oh god, no! He's onto me. Ah, crap. You guys never have anything good on you, do you? My goodness, it's transitioned into an actually clear day. I didn't expect that going north, I must admit. Die, you little... You just tried to heal yourself, didn't you? But it didn't work. Hello, little rabbit. Glad you're a rabbit and not a Reekling. Ah. Here we go. You have arrived at Thirsk. This might be a good place to drop a mark spawn. That is Lake Fjolding. Now, there's some distant land issues here, unfortunately, that I do not seem to be able to work around. Because it's supposed to be a frozen lake, but as you can see, beyond a certain distance, it doesn't render the ice sheets. Unfortunately, just try to ignore that. But yes, that's Lake Fjolding. This big-ass frozen lake here with the hawkers waddling around on it. There he is, down there. Let's drop a mark spell here. Right. What hospitality might we find in Thirsk? Oh, there.
Oh, welcome to Thirsk, friend. You should speak to Skolder Wolfrunner. He's the chieftain of this hall and wishes to meet all new arrivals.
That gentleman over there, I assume. Hail, stranger, I'm Ulfrin, and I welcome you to the Mead Hall of Thirsk. As long as you behave yourself, we'll get along just fine. If you want to buy some mead, just ask. If you haven't already, I suggest you introduce yourself to... Yep. Okay. You sell mead, clearly, obviously. Alright then, I shall speak to him. Do you have anything to say?
In your dreams, little buddy.
I don't know what you're implying. Eric the Unworthy.
Keep your distance, friend, if you want to keep your head.
Okay, traditional Nord hospitality, I see. Andrelheim. Interesting helmet. Anything to say? No, strong silent type, I see. Skolder Wolfrunner, hello.
Enjoy our mead and kinship.
Such as it is. Hail, good fathers Ulven. Skolder Wolfrunner is my name. I am the chieftain of Thirsk, and welcome you to our home. You'll not find a better mead hall anywhere, not even in Skyrim. For 500 years, Thirsk has withstood all manner of attack, from the snow and hail to those infernal reclings. But the mead hall still stands, and its hospitality is unmatched. Please, stay and relax. Enjoy our fine drink, and seek shelter from the cold. Here, my friend, taste the nectar of shore. And Nord mead has been added to our inventory. Very good. Mead? Mead is the nectar of the god Shore. It's made from fermented honey, and it's the finest drink ever to touch a Nord's lips. We ship ours all the way from Skyrim. Good for you. I'm quite partial to mead myself, actually. IRL. I quite like it. It's not for everyone, though. It is very sweet. Which is odd, because I'm not massively into rum for that exact reason. I don't like the sweetness of rum. But mead's a different kind of sweetness. It's like honey sweet as opposed to sugar sweet. If that makes any damn sense at all. What are you talking about these bloody Reekling things? There were once the Falmer, the Snow Elves. They caused many disasters to strike our Nord ancestors. And even today, they still try by causing blizzards, kidnapping children, and so on. Of course, they're actually not the Falmer. That's a totally separate thing, as you will have learned if you've played Skyrim, but hey. It's a popular belief at this point in Morrowind that the Reeklings are the Falmer. But like a lot of things in Morrowind, just because an NPC says so doesn't mean it's true. Tell me about Fisk. I am the chieftain of Thirsk. You'll not find a better mead hall anywhere, not even in Skyrim. Okay, right, we've already heard this. So I'm here looking for... Have you seen Captain Karius by any chance? He's the one in charge of the Imperial Legion Foot. Yeah, okay. You haven't, then I'll any advice? Mm-hmm. Okay, a Nord sorceress named Frisa was traveling around Solstheim not too long ago, looking for the essence of snow, whatever that means. No one's seen her for a while, so she either found it or is dead. Maybe both. Interesting. Know anything about Raven Rock? Raven Rock is on the southern shore, towards the west end of the island. Its name comes from the black colouring caused by all the ebony ore that can be found there. Indeed. Anything about the Skull? Thirsk was built by a group of Nords who left the Skull village hundreds of years ago. We may not agree with their beliefs, but we respect them as fellow Nords. Okay. What about Solstheim in general? Mm-hmm. Someone in particular? You should see Bryn Yolford the smith. He sells all the armor and weapons you'll need, and will even craft custom pieces. He's just outside in the hut by the back of the Mead Hall. Mm-hmm. Specific place. I like to think sometimes that Thirsk is a little like Sovngarde, where the mead-filled fortress erected by the god Shore is a gift to the valiant. Anything about the Berserkers? Their kind isn't welcome here. They like Mead well enough, it's true, but the Berserkers have no respect for the rules of Thirsk. I see. Well, I'm here looking for Marisa. Aye, the missionary came here several weeks ago. She started talking about her shrine and then began preaching about the evils of Mead. Nice lass, but a little high-strung. Erich, he didn't really like what she had to say. Thought he'd teach her a lesson. I'm not really sure where she is now. Skjoldr gives you a knowing look and then gestures with his head to the staircase leading to the second floor. Right, gotcha. Thanks, Skjoldr. We'll head upstairs in just a moment. Skull of Grist the Yellow. Svenja's Snowsong. Hail, Agent. Svenja's Snowsong is my name. We welcome guests here at Thirsk, as long as they behave themselves. Respect my home and my clan. We'll get along just fine. One word of advice, though. Stay clear of Erich the Unworthy. He's more trouble than he's worth. Erich is a disgusting brute of a Nord. I've met Frostboars more charming than that oaf. He may be my clan brother, but there are days I wish someone would just come in here and teach that oaf some manners. You get what I'm saying? Indeed, I'm picking up what you're putting down. We may get that opportunity in just a minute, and that's a big stonking great axe, isn't it? That is a Nordic silver battle axe.
Don't press your luck.
As battle axes go, not that brilliant actually, but it looks awesome. Right. Oh, hello there. You're not who I'm looking for. I will talk to you later, though. That's locked. Now, I believe we can rest here free of charge. Yes, we can. So, anytime where we want someone to rest, Thirsk is available. However, we want to get in here. So, why, hello, Marisa.
What's your story?
Please, stranger, help me. I'm being held prisoner by that disgusting Nord, Erich. I came to the Mead Hall to preach the way of the Nine Divines, and this was how I was repaid. Apparently you can barter. It's tough and sell spells. Erich the Unworthy? I don't even want to hear his name. That pig put me through hell. Excuse me. Erich had me locked in this room every day. I could have escaped a couple of times, but I was afraid he would kill me if I got caught. Please, you have to get me out of here. I came to Thirsk to preach the word of the cult and to sway the barbarians from their love of drink. That foul Erich poured mead on me. Then he struck me. I awoke in his chambers. That was over 3 weeks ago, by my reckoning. Every day he comes to taunt me and beat me. The only food and drink I've been given is rotting meat and mead. Please, stranger, you must release me so that we may travel together back to the cult shrine. You escort me back to the Imperial Cult Shrine at Fort Frostmoth? Well... but not right now? I need to... that's the opposite direction to where I want to be going right now, honestly. See, if I could cast Divine Intervention and have her follow me, it would be fine, but I don't think she will. So... but she's being beaten, isn't she? Like, every day. You know, we can't just... It's a bit... it's a bit beyond the pale to just be like, yeah, okay, well, you just hang tight here. I'll be back in a week. Right, okay, fine. Fine. Come on. At least you run relatively quickly. That's that, at least. Now, I expect Erich will have something to say about this, so... let's ready ourselves. Maybe where you're from, it's all right to enter someone's chambers and play with their things, but it's not all right around here. This missionary is mine, understand? I knew you were trouble when I first laid eyes on you. Now I'm going to have to teach you some manners. Come at me then, Eric. If you think you're hard enough. Come on.
Now this is a fight.
Kung Fu Monk. Don't pat yourself on the back too much. I was stabbing him with the physical manifestation of a Daedric god. Right, Eric the Unworthy's key. Not that we really need it now. And yeah, okay. Job's a good one. Eric's dead. Hope you don't mind. We'll miss the strength of a good warrior, but not the man. Eric was too arrogant for his own good, and his days were numbered anyway. I have killed Eric for you. I will honor Eric in death as I would any fallen brother, but in truth, I'll always remember him as a vile swine of a man. I'm glad he's dead.
Don't stand about. Get moving.
Right-ho! Immediately.
What say you?
Oh, Christ, where is she going? Escort quests. Come on.
Don't press your luck. You're on your honor.
There we go. Look, you know what? Do you know what, Marissa? Do you know what? Eric's dead now. Eric is dead, so it's fine. You can wait here.
Right?
I'm still in pretty good shape, right? I did hear that in the background. Okay, right, brilliant. I don't have to go to Fort Frostmoth just yet. It's fine. The abuser is dead. She can stay there for now. Whew. Right. Okay. Okay. Now onwards to the Skull Village, I suppose. That will be next time, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, this episode's probably gone way over time, because I'm looking at 51 minutes recorded now, but that's in addition to the stuff earlier as well. So, yeah. This is going to be an extra long episode, I expect. So, or perhaps it got split into two, I don't know. But either way, that's me done for the minute. And I'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. Toodaloo.